Hey guys, and welcome back to StoneVania Season 2. As you can probably tell from the title of this video and the fact that the walls are up, we are now at the finale. Which means, I have just a few days to finish up everything I want to get done here at my base. Which honestly, it is going to be a lot of work for only a few short days because I still have to replace all this grass with concrete powder so we get like an arcade floor, and I'm still thinking about this, but I might put like circles, like colorful circles around the whole floor as well. I'm not exactly sure. We still gotta put something right here and then potentially make some kind of way to get out of the arcade. So you come over here to our little whack-a-sheep area. And yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot, but we're talking about replacing this entire floor, giant machine, and then coming up with a way to make whack-a-sheep look good and blend in with the rest of the base. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe I should stop doing stuff up until the last minute. Maybe when I have an idea, I should probably just go ahead and work on that idea. That probably would save me a whole lot of stress from being like, oh, I gotta finish this, I gotta finish this, I gotta finish this. Kids, do not do what I do. Don't procrastinate till tomorrow what can be done today, because now I gotta build one final machine and a few other projects before the server ends. And yeah, just don't procrastinate, please. You have a lot more fun doing the work now than saving for later. Trust me. Anyways, I got all the materials I'm going to need to build up this giant machine. And this machine is actually pretty important to any arcade, I believe, and that is our token machine. And just like any machine we have here at our base, we are basing this off Red Palette 12, a member here on the server. I'm going with like his little like lucky cat design. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but how about we go ahead and grab Red and find out. So obviously, you know, we're ending the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am still not done with my base. So since we're in the season, I had to make something because, you know, arcades have a coin dispenser, right? So yep. Just keep your eyes on me until we are... Yeah. Now you can turn around.
The Sukanim! Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That actually works slightly kind of well as too, because it's like I guess the Sukanim that kind of looks a little bit like those lucky cats.
Mm-hmm.
And they're obviously associated with money. So
sorry, can you tell me again what the design is? Because I thought it was some kind of like yokai fox thing.
It's based off of one of my cats that we unfortunately lost a few years ago. So it's very similar to how his head and his markings were, which I then slightly modified to. He had like these really big tufts around his chin, which is why it's like that shape. And then he had quite dark spots around his eyes, hence the way the eyes sit. That's where it comes from, basically.
Oh. That's so sweet.
Yeah. He's part of my branding forever. But yeah, that has really surprised me. I was not expecting to come and just see my logo on something that isn't something that I built. It's like it's the feeling you get when you might not know the feeling, but I have it a few times with some of my friends. Like when you have a character, and then you like show your friends, and your friends who are also artists like do fan art of that character, and it's like, I was not expecting that. It's like the fan art feeling. It's like I feel quite honored to have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand that. Well, that was a great interaction with Red. I'm really glad he enjoyed the arcade machine and he considered it, or had the feeling of it being fan art. That's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. So I'm so glad he really liked this. But now it's time to move on to our next thing, which is our entrance. So what we're going to work on here is actually making a secondary entrance, because even though I want people to go through the maze and then walk out here and see the arcade in its glory, like this is the ideal walking spot. The issue is they have to go through the maze and deal with the creakings and being attacked by them. So what we're going to do is make an easy way for people to come in between the actual arcade and my home of operations. I think that's how you say it. Right here in basically the middle, we are going to have a Mario pipe poking out here to kind of get in and get out, going inside a lobby area. So this little lobby area would just be like a nice big open like loading screen type of thing. I'm trying to think about what this would be. I'm not exactly sure yet, but anyways, it would just be like a Mario pipe right there entering into a lobby with a giant Mario pipe coming from here all the way around to the portal. That way people can go through the pipe all the way around and visit me much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down and figure out a design on how this is going to look and how we're going to build this. But you guys don't have to see any of that because we're going to go ahead and enter a time lapse. So now we have an alternate route to get to our base. So instead of going through the portal and having to fly up the wall or going through Snack Time itself, players can just enter inside the pipe and make their way all the way over here to what I call the lobby. And as you guys can see, this lobby closely resembles a trial ruin because, well, for me, I think a trial ruin is probably the best thing to play in Minecraft. Like, I don't know, like you get good loot and everything. I felt like this was appropriate for a lobby, especially since, like, even though it's like a chamber to the death, it does feel kind of cozy, in my opinion. Anyways, yeah, there's also some references to games other than the pipes. Like, in the middle, we have the Skylander portal. I used to play Skylanders a lot when I was a kid. I think this was like my first ever like console game growing up. Like I love Skylanders so much, and I even put like the galactic standard lettering where this all around the portal says play. So you got PLAY for play, because since we're in a lobby, I feel like the one thing you should do is press play. And what's better than pressing play? Well, having put a Skylander on the portal for you to start your adventure. I also went ahead and in the corners put a bunch of different mobs to represent like Pokemon types. I wanted to do a Pokemon reference here at the base, and I think this is the best thing I could do. Like, we have the warm cow for fire, we got the cool chicken for water, we got a regular pig for grass, and we got a copper golem for lightning. And this is amazing because we updated the server with the fire and cold variants and the copper variants coming in while the season was going. So it's good memorabilia of how the season went, while also sticking to a fun little video game theme. But of course, after you relax in our lobby, you come out of this pipe and enter in on the arcade. While it's not as grand as entering from right there, it does take you to basically the middle of my base, where you can decide to go to the farm, bother me in my storage area, or go ahead and play some scootball. But before we get players coming out of snack time or the pipe to enjoy our base, we have to get rid of all of this grass and replace it with concrete powder. Now, honestly, that is a lot to do, and I'm now very worried because I need to cover up all these water spots so that way we don't accidentally make our concrete powder into actual concrete, because then it's not gonna look good. But instead of me recording probably hours of tearing this apart and then placing down the black concrete, we're going to go ahead and jump into a good old-fashioned time-lapse. Because I don't think I can talk my way out of this. It's just going to be like copyright-free music. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the time-lapse once again. Let's go! And with that time lapse, we are now done with our arcade. For the final time, this has now been fully completed. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy with how everything turned out. I'm very happy that everything that I basically envisioned for the arcade has come to life. I will forever be satisfied with how this came over. Obviously, for some bits I wish I had time to do. Like, I wanted to put a sign up there that said open, or try to put some pixel art on the walls, but I think overall, this came out better than I could really imagine. Also, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Grim Falcon. He actually came in at the final push to help me get all of the black concrete and stuff in here, so that way the floor can be finished on time before the server shuts down. And he also helped me make this interesting looking pipe, because I've realized that while you can come in and out of my base, there is no way for you guys to come over and play Whack-A-Sheep. So we made this pipe that would take you right here to Whack-A-Sheep to play to your heart's content. Now, like I said, the server is sadly about to end, and I hope you guys download, get the world download, soon, because I'm very happy with how my base turns out, and I want you guys to see everything that each Vanian put their heart and soul into while you're here. And as is tradition, I am going to put my entire inventory right here for you guys to have, as well as everything in my ender chest, including my book of diamond sales. Now, I think this is outdated because I believe I've gotten more diamonds from my wood shop, but I haven't been able to go check. You guys can probably go over and check this for me. But I've been keeping track of all my diamonds that I've earned throughout the season, because, I thought it's some kind of high score I can do. So, yeah, I think that's it. This is sadly where we have to end the season and say game over, because, one, I've done this a bit, up into the last minute, putting some final touches on everything, making sure everything was perfect and correct for you guys to enjoy. And it's already 2 a.m. my time, and it's past 2 a.m. actually, very much past 2 a.m. And the admins are keeping the server open for me just a bit longer so I can finish up. So again, thanks to all you guys for watching. Thank you for every Vanian for being part of the Season 2 journey, and being part of StoneVania entirely as well. I'm not sure what our next Avenger is going to hold at the end of this, but I do know that we are all going to be doing this together. So even though this is game over, for StoneVania. It is going to be a press new start to our next adventure, and I can't wait to see it with you guys. So that said, one final time on StoneVania Season 2, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful life. Love one another, take care of each other, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next series. With that said, goodbye!